Merry Christmas. It's 2023, Christmas Day. It's 53 degrees. I come down by my truck just to show off a little bit. I decorate it for Christmas. Now it's rainy out here. It's 53 degrees. I got a jacket on because the rain and winds made it a little cool. But I figure it's time for another episode of Tales to Tell. I grew up right here in this house. It's a little different now than it was. About 50 years ago, just before Christmas, about a week before Christmas, my brother Steve, he's the oldest of us four, he had gotten into some trouble down in Kentucky. Now, Mom and Dad didn't tell me that because you don't tell a little guy stuff like that. But Steve was my hero. He took me places that little boys aren't allowed to go. But he'd take me, and nobody'd say a word to him about it. So he was away from home for a while, and I missed him so bad, I got down sick. I wouldn't eat, and I even ran a fever. Now, I know that seems strange, but there was nothing wrong with me other than I missed Steve. So Mom come in about a week before Christmas and asked me, she said, if you sent a letter off to Santa Claus telling him what you want for Christmas? And I couldn't write. So Mom explained to me that all you have to do is you do your best. You write down on a piece of paper what it is you want for Christmas, and then you let your mom know, and then you take it out to the wood stove, and you put it in the stove, and it burns up, and the smoke goes straight to the North Pole, up to where Santa Claus is. And it goes down his chimney, and he can read it. He sees what you want. That sounds like a pretty good deal. Well, all I wanted was for Santa Claus to put Brother Steve in a box and send him home. As cute as that sounds, it tore Mom up, because she knew Brother Steve wasn't coming home for Christmas. He was a little bit on the naughty list, if you will. So we go on, and a few days later it's Christmas Eve, and there was snow on the ground. This whole hillside was covered in snow, and we were sitting out by the stove, Dad playing his French harp and telling stories about when him and Mom was little. Just pretty nice evening. And we hear this car coming up the hill. Now, back in them days, we'd gather up by the window at the front of the house to see if the car could make it up or not, because this hill's not friendly in the wintertime. But it's coming up, and it's loud. My gosh, it was loud and slow moving. And it made it up to just our turnoff and turned in to go past the house. And we're like, boy, that thing is a piece of junk. That car shouldn't be on the road. And it slowed down and pulled in our driveway. So now we're all like, who in the world would be coming here on Christmas Eve after the suns went down? It's not a time for visiting. So we turn on the porch light, and we see this car that the whole driver's side is caved in. It's rough. Driver's door won't open, but the passenger door opens up, and it's too far from the house. You can't see who it is. They come walking up the steps. It's my brother Steve. Well, evidently, wherever he was in Kentucky, like I said, times have changed a little bit. It's Christmas time, they turned him loose, sent him home. Well, I was convinced Santa Claus made it happen. Tickled me. Anyway, that's my tale to tell. And it really did happen just that way. Folks, Merry Christmas and God bless. Catch you next time.